Welcome to the wonderful world of puberty. I'm Anu Sharma with Toronto Public Health. In this DVD, you'll have the opportunity to observe several different educators and the various ways they approach this subject. From the main menu, you can choose segments that are the most useful to you. To get a sense of flow, we recommend watching the whole DVD initially. On this DVD, we've included a directory with additional print resources. You'll find the entire script, our Changes in You and Me manual, as well as additional classroom activities. Simply insert the disc into a DVD-equipped computer and navigate to the TPH DVD-ROM content directory. Toronto Public Health's Sexual Health program has developed a philosophy with guiding principles. You'll find it in the resource section of this DVD. Principles include the importance of being inclusive. This means being positive towards gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgendered people. It also means believing in gender equality. We aim to be non-judgmental, respectful, and maintain confidentiality where necessary. We are pro-choice. We try to ensure that people have access to sexual health information despite differences in people's abilities, language, or culture. It's obvious to any teacher that students come from different families. When teaching sexuality, each child hears messages differently according to their age, their physical maturity, exposure to sexuality messages, and emotional maturity. Even if you know your students well, it's best not to make assumptions about what they know or what they've experienced. Your task is to talk to them in a very direct way without being overly graphic. Sometimes this is a hard call. Puberty classes are the basis for ongoing sexuality programming through middle and high school. The work you're going to do now is crucial to their being able to listen, talk, and act in healthy ways, both as adolescents and later on as adults. These classes are the building blocks to future sexuality programming. While there's a lot of talk about reproduction in puberty classes, there are of course some people who cannot have biological children. Some people, both heterosexual and homosexual, choose not to have children. Students need to recognize themselves as part of the discussion. Puberty classes are part of supporting a student's self-esteem so that they can make healthy choices as they mature physically, sexually, and emotionally. Self-esteem includes how we feel about our gender, our sexual orientation, and our bodies. Teaching sexuality is not like teaching geography. Sexually, adults have different levels of comfort and experience. Some of this is positive, some of it isn't. It's important that we're aware of our own comfort level. Some teachers may choose to have a colleague teach their class. If you're not teaching your own students, you'll have to take an extra step in getting to know your audience. If you have a split grade 5 or 6 class, you may think that the grade 6 students have had puberty classes already and don't need to hear the information again. But they do. Last year, the information may have gone over some of their heads. This year, some have started the changes of puberty and will take a more personal interest. These messages require constant reinforcement. In some ways, it's like French or math. They build on information previously learned. You'll find additional information for students who've done the basic program in the resource section of this DVD. We feel it's important for boys and girls to learn together. They need to know about each other's bodies and how to communicate openly. At the same time, it may be useful to have one class for students to meet in a same-sex group and discuss issues pertinent to their gender. The Changes in You and Me manual has an outline of this type of class. It's important for you or your administration to inform parents or guardians about the puberty classes as a courtesy. There's no need to ask permission, as growth and development is part of the curriculum. We've included a sample letter in the manual. It's a good opportunity to invite parents to talk with their children, both about the classes and puberty in general. Parents are children's first and primary sex educators and can work in partnership with the school. After all, we all have the same goal, to raise sexually healthy individuals. Some children come from families where sexuality is not discussed and are likely to be uncomfortable. You may want to give them permission to sit at the back, work on a computer for example, and listen if they choose to. During the classes, students may want to ask questions as they would in any other class. There needs to be an opportunity for children who are timid to ask direct questions. You may want to use a question box or envelope. Have a look at our question and answer session for more detail on this. Remember, in this DVD, the words you're about to hear from our educators are their words. They are different models for you to choose from as you develop your own style. We hope you enjoy teaching puberty as much as we do.